Well, howdy doody. Wow. The Iceman strikes again. Strikes again. Hey, everybody. It's all playing out in the real world of the Ice Age TV. Really what you should call it to the Broke Age TV. Just sold the Mustang to Dulles Dodge. Just sold the Grand Wagoneer, which that's not it, but the wife has it. And I just sold CVOST. So I just got rid of 3 more vehicles, thanks to Bobby here at Dulles Dodge. And now I can throw a ride around in his badass Cadillac as he lights it up. And the one gentleman's coming back to ride my CVOST. He's taking my CVOST as well. So wow. Crazy, everybody. Oh, it doesn't end, everybody. It's such a joke. So the Harley, I got the Harley sold, but the damn battery's dead. It's dead. It just doesn't end, man. It just doesn't end. Oh, what a fucking joke. You're just sick of this stuff. You can't even get rid of this stuff. You can't even get rid of it. You know why you can't get rid of it? Because the damn stuff sits so long. The battery's dead, so that'll probably be a $300 bill. And we just found out jump-starting that bike with a vehicle is a no-no. So we may have ruined the battery. So I'm going to go up to Battery Warehouse and see if I can get a new battery and get this thing the hell out of here. But I'm making progress. Yeah, for all of you that watch my channel, the cleansing of the Iceman's shop is happening right in front of your eyes. Because I just sold the Mustang Dark Horse. I just sold the Jeep Grand Wagoneer. I just sold the CVOST. I got my friends working on my Triumph, my Bobber, and my FTR. And I got another guy working on a CVOST, but I don't think that's going to play out. So just another day of me now spending hours and hours of just trying to get rid of crap. I mean, this just goes to show you in life how dangerous it is to go out and buy a lot of material things. It takes you forever to get rid of this stuff. It's so bad. And so this damn battery, it's weird. Yesterday I noticed that bike was totally dead. And I put a battery tender on it. I don't know if the dogs pulled it off. I don't know what happened. I really don't think the bike's going to be starting today. I think the bike's probably, it's a chance I may actually just take the bike to the dealership, have them figure out what's wrong with it. Here we go. So then it turns into another week of the bike sitting, and then the deal doesn't get done because it sat for a week. Then Bobby would be like, I don't think I really want that damn thing because now you're telling me it has problems. I don't want it. So, so it could all go south very quickly in this damn CVOST freaking crapola. Just doesn't end, everybody. It just doesn't end. It doesn't end. And there you go. Well, Battery Warehouse saves the day. That battery's dead. It's dead and dead. He's going to try to charge it, but the only way to bring that thing back to life, he has to use another battery. Then he has to use a charger. It's a 2-day project. It's a 2-day project for him to try to resurrect that other battery. 50-50 shot. It'll come back to life. I forget it. So for $200, it doesn't end, man. I just spent $200. But the good news is, if the battery does come back to life, I can use it in another one of my Harley-Davidson motorcycles. So it's not like it's something that maybe not be used one day unless I get rid of all my Harleys, but who the hell knows. But what a day, everybody. You have no idea of the haggling, all the stuff going on in my life trying to get rid of all this crap and get out all this damn debt. Yeah, me just trying to get all this damn debt and everything else is going on. It's work. It's project, man. That's why in some ways you're just borderline better off saying, you know what? Just come get it. Repo me and just come get the stuff. It's too much work. So I called Coons Baltimore Ford. No number. Really sad in that Dark Horse. Giving that thing away. I'm giving it away. I mean, I'm not going to even talk about how much money I have in that bike. I'm not going to even talk about it. So whoever gets that car, they're going to be $20,000. Whoever gets that car will be $25,000 ahead of what I have into that car. So whoever, once again, man, if you think of, here's the ball game. The car was $80,000. I put another close to 17 grand in a Whipple supercharger. So that's $97,000. I just let that car go basically for $30,000 less than I have into it. The Whipple Dark Horse right now in the market's about 60 grand with no supercharger. So they basically bought the car with the supercharger basically being free. But I mean, he stepped it up. He's going an extra mile. I mean, he is definitely making things work. So, and for me, I could go advertise it, then go through the BS. If everybody's showing up, nobody has that type of money. People don't have 70 grand, 80 grand sitting around. They don't have it. They don't have it. They don't have it. They have to go to the bank, and then the bank's not going to buy the supercharger. The bank, and that's the problem. The bank's going to say, this is a $60,000 car. I understand the guy has another close to 20 grand in it, so it's 80 grand. The guy wants 70, 75 for it. But the banks would be like, well, we're not going to buy that. We're not buying that accessory in that car. Because if we ever take it back, the market value of that car is the market value of that car, whether it's supercharged or not. That's why I tell people all the time, I'm not into modding my cars, because you get destroyed. You get destroyed on trying to get the money back. And the reason is, I just told you, the banks won't buy that debt. They're not going to buy it. So the guy that wants that car is going to say, hey, man, I went to the bank and I asked if I could borrow $70,000, and the bank's showing 60. Only be, so I need 10 grand. I don't have 10 grand, man. Can you do better? Can you do better? Yeah, forget it. Forget it. So now, here's the next project. It's all about time. So now I'm going to go home with a glimmer of hope this bike's going to try to start up, and no electronics are screwed up. And if the bike starts right up, Bobby's going to come back out with his other guy. He has a friend, or I should say he has a guy that works at a dealership that's a Harley rider. So, which he's really wanting to ride his bike. They're buying it to sell it through dealership. So they're buying this bike, where they're going to advertise it for $39.9, and if they get 35, 36 for it, they did okay. Another deal where it's 32 grand. I just let the CVST go for 32 grand. I called Chesapeake Harley this morning. Blah 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 blah. I'm right on it. The guy, now the other guy that works there is like, I didn't agree to 35 grand. I didn't agree to 35 grand. Where are you getting 35 grand? The other guy 23. Nah, I don't know about that. I got to research that. Blah 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 blah. Have I heard from him? No, hell no. Motorcycle Dallas. I got into the owner's face this morning. I said, it's incredible how you don't respond to getting numbers on these motorcycles. I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. And so he's like, oh, sorry. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. So now here I am waiting on a phone call. I've emailed all the pictures, all the mileage, all the VIN numbers, all the information to Zandy. And I got on the owner's case on how Zandy never responds. He never gets back to you when you give him all this stuff. All right, here it is now. It's after 3 o'clock. I did that at 10 o'clock this morning. Not a peep, no word, nothing. But I already know what it's going to come into. So I gave him the Chief Bobber. I gave him the FTR, and I gave him a Triumph. So the FTR will come in about $7,500. I still owe $9 grand. The Chief Bobber will come in probably about 9 or 10 grand. I would say be a number. I still owe $11,500 on that bike. The Triumph will come in probably at about 14 grand, and I owe a little over 11 grand on that bike. So that'll be the only bike that maybe has $3,000 negative equity, or no, $3,000 positive equity that I can take and put towards the Bobber or the FTR, but it probably won't buy both cars out of the expense. And here I am back in this stupid ass traffic. That's all going to be going by my road. All this traffic that I'm seeing, this will all maybe be going by my house. And I should have not gone this way. I should have gone a different way. But I was talking on this video. I got distracted. And so now I'm probably good 20, 25 minutes home. Not a big deal. I told Bobby that I'd probably have the bike ready by 4 o'clock. He said, when it's done, call me. We'll come up there and get it. I just want to put to bed. The Jeep Wagoneer, that's been sold. So the wife gets home tonight. I'm going to have to clean that thing out, then get that up there. But I won't do that till tomorrow, so I don't worry about that today. Really want to get the bike out of here today. And like the Mustang, told him, if I go home and sit and think about this, I won't do the deal. We better do it right now. Get it done. Poof, bam. So that's done. I just signed all the paperwork. Get the bike out of here. Same thing. And then I need to get the Wagoneer up there. And so then in the last 2 days, I've gotten rid of 5 vehicles in the last 2 days, which that's huge. That's huge in saving money, payments, obligations, blah, 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 blah. And then it would be really cool if Motorcycle Dallas would take all those other 3 bikes. Then for me, I've got 4 less bikes. Then it gets back to working on the CVO and the trailer. 2021, how the hell I get rid of that, I don't know. And then really in the shop, I would have to say that's pretty much it without the bank coming and getting some other things. And then the car-wise, I got the race truck that the daughter still has. It needs to come back home. And when that comes back home, that'll be a whole other story of me letting it go, keep it. And then the Lightning, same thing. I'll probably just cross the bridge and let the Lightning go. So you're really going to see on my channel how it really has become the dark ages. Not the ice ages, the dark ages. I mean, wow. Right, everybody? I mean, wow. And the Florida thing, so I'm not going to go to Florida. I'm not going. It's too much going on, too much havoc. They're going to have a live ceremony for my mother's celebration of life. And for me, there just isn't the support for me to leave town. And it's okay. My dad and I already had a big conversation. I already talked to my sister. Nobody's freaking out. It's just too much is going on. And for my wife, it just isn't going to work. I'm very concerned. My wife will get injured. One of those dogs will knock her over. Something will happen. And then my wife's here on the property all by herself. And now she's been run over by one of the dogs. It just isn't meant to be everybody. It's just not meant to be. You know, there's a lot more to all this conversation, and I just can't tell you every second freaking detail of my life. You want to hear it, but I can't do it, and I'm not gonna do it. So the reality is, and it's all good. There's nobody, you know. My father understands. He sees what's going on, and you know. So everybody in my family gets it. So there's nothing to be, you know. It is what it is. So, and for me, it's just too much. It's just too much hardship and all this other stuff. So I'm better off just staying home and getting through all this stuff and continue to get rid of the debt and get things back in order. Get the house back in order. That's the goal. Get the house back in order. Here I am. And here I am once again on this road that I live on. And this is what's going to be in front of my house. This is going to be literally possibly in front of my house. So if they ever do change this road map, you know, my properties would be destroyed. It's just going to be, but the reality is, the path for the road favors in front of my house. It's the most logical way for them, expense-wise, so economic infrastructure and engineering infrastructure, all that is this road being in front of my house, that is the more efficient way to do this, changing to make this road better and get it out of the town and people getting stuck at a light. And it's like this light up here. This all started so many years ago when they built this big development and they put this stupid ass light in, and this is what destroys this road, is you have a light up here for just a select few people who live in these neighborhoods, and the light turns red all the time, so you're in stop and go traffic is the light. So they're going to eventually make this a roundabout to try to keep the traffic flow better. And then they're going to get the traffic off of the road going right through the middle of the town that I live in. It's just a very small little area, but they're going to get rid of all these stops, all these lights, so that the traffic continues to flow. All right, it's moving again, but nothing radical. And I haven't eaten anything all day. I haven't eaten anything all day. So there you are. You know, and I told everybody last night that I'm done. And what I mean by that is I'm just done in a schedule. I mean, maybe you'll see me populate sometimes, maybe you won't. I've been very diligent on my channel doing morning conversations every day. You know, some days I'll probably still do it, some days I won't. And I was just trying to radiate to a lot of people last night that, I mean, it's just, I'm going to mix it up. So you don't see me. Doesn't mean I'm dead yet. It just means I'm just changing it up, everybody. Just trying to figure out how this channel can be bigger and better, and what do I do, and what can I do, or what can't I do? I don't know. I'm learning as I go. And so the channel's not going to go dead. It's just, how much I ramble on every day. I think some days I'll ramble on more, and some days I'll ramble on less. As we get up the road here, and it's still going to be stop and go. So right now it's 3:15. If I get back in by 3:30, it'll take me 15, 20 minutes to half an hour to get the bike put back together. And then with a glimmer of hope, it'll start up. And if it does, then I'll tell them, come on out and get it. And then we're good. All right, well, I got to cut off this main road here now because it's so bad. It's so bad. It's just incredible. Incredible. Does anybody go to work anymore? I don't think people do. This guy here. So that's totally illegal. Totally illegal. The guy just did right there. If somebody pulled out, it'd have been, I mean, it's incredible how many people just don't give a rat's ass on how they drive. And, they just, I'll drive whatever way I want to drive. Too bad. So now you're on the dirt back roads, which I don't really care because the vehicle's not really perfectly clean, but here we go. Because that's 5 minutes slower. So it'll take me an extra 5 minutes to go that road. So now I'm going down the back roads, but this is where all the neighbors get a taste of the riffraff traffic that starts blasting down the back roads, because Waze tells you how to do all this stuff. So Bobby really wants that Plum Crazy's Charger. That's his favorite. That's his favorite, that Charger Y-Body. Really, he wasn't there for a while. He and the family had a breakup. So he left that dealership, or the dealership made him leave. So he didn't realize I bought that Super Bee from that dealership, his dealership. He's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, yeah, I did. So he's like, oh, wow. So the payoff on that damn thing is basically 70 grand. Because we rolled the Smoke Show Challenger monies into that Plum Crazy. Then I only turned around and bought back again. Remember that, everybody? And so it's incredible how many cars I've bought back here in recent times, right? Never usually buy a car back. I bought back the GT500, bought back the Gold Rush, bought back the Smoke Show. And so that vehicle had negative equity in it, which we put into this vehicle, the Super Bee. So he's willing to go to 55. And that's pretty salty, actually. That's very generous of him. But the problem is, I'm going to have to pull 15 grand out of my pocket to make that deal go. I'm like, nah, forget that. I can just keep on making payments for next year and that damn thing and keep it. And, but wow.